Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me on this one. Had a couple of errors. So let me send it over to those people who are looking for it. Cool and cool. Okay, so let's see. Alright, Chris made it over. Thank you. Cool. Alright, now we're in business. So, um, let me just make sure that the other people that were messaging me saying that it didn't work got the updated link. So, let's see. Alrighty. Alright, Nader's got it. Okay. Alright, thanks, friends and family. I got too fancy and then knocked it all down. The house of cards came crumbling down. Okay. 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 There's like two more messages of people who are like, where is it? Let me just send this one. Um, okay. To the people that are here, thanks so much for your patience. Okay. Perfect. All right, so that's totally my like talks amongst yourself moment right there. So again, to the patience of everyone involved, thank you very much. So let's discuss. Now we are together, and my presence and attention is here. Now we may begin. So, what do we got? This massive series of notes here on the side and this logic window, right? So, what I'm hoping to do is actually maybe let's just talk first, okay? And then we'll go into the details. So what I'm hoping to do is to kind of do a track breakdown and song analysis for those. Sound like I'm in a well, huh? Is that the case? Is the sound quality strange? That's a serious concern. Is that actually happening right now? Yeah. Chime in, friends, if you think it sounds like I'm in a well. That's concerning. Why would that be? Well, I'll continue on until you chime in, I guess. So yeah, this song, Your Smile, came out yesterday. Uh, Nate says I'm good. Cool. All right, thanks, Nate. Yeah, wanted to do a little breakdown of the recording process and a little bit of the songwriting process, and to kind of show like the different elements that went into it. And in that vein, hoping to play for. I sound echoey, huh? Yeah. Good feedback. Not really sure how to fix that. But that is something I will take a note about and work on fixing for next time. Because that's possible that because my output devices, input devices, yeah, that's probably going to be too complicated for me to fix in this moment. So thanks for bearing with me. If I have some like kind of breakthrough and I figure out how to fix it in the middle, then that will be nice. But otherwise, I don't think that's gonna be possible in this moment. Um. Anyways, let's get into the nitty gritty of it. Let's try to do a little breakdown of some of this song. So I'll play a like auto tuned. Interesting. I'll play a little bit of the song acoustically first, and then we'll go into kind of some of the recording and stuff like that. Okay? So, give me a second to prepare for that. Let's see here. All right, let's play. All right, we're gonna play Your Smile. Here we go. Now I'm wondering who you're with. Now I'm wondering who you're with. I'm taking everything personal, 'cause I'm delicate and so upset. I want it to work out, 'cause I'm aching without your smile, 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 your smile. All right, thanks. Let's see if this buddy's going on to turn that off, possibly. Yeah. Well, yeah, all of the audio sources, it probably has to do with how I'm gonna do also like sending you guys direct the audio from this Logic project file that we're gonna do, so that could be why it's doing double. Not really super sure. But that's the song there. And now let's bust into some of the recording. So let's pull this up and get over here. Okay. So here we got some of this, and let's play some of the music for you here. Let's just do a full playthrough actually first, and then we'll go details afterwards. Let's get rid of this thing here, and let's try it out. Oops. Let's try it again with vocals. All right, so there's a playthrough of this full song, and so that's the big picture of the recording. So there's first thing I notice is probably is like there is a extra person's voice. So that's Amanda Salguero from King Willow doing vocal harmonies. So I think actually I might just start there. So let's just listen to what um just what Amanda brought in sounds like. So let's just hear this little part. Oh, that's all of us. Let's just. Oh, that's why. I have to figure out how my routing works. Here we go. Just Amanda.
When I want you.
Let's turn her way up.
When I don't need you.
So good.
Happen all along.
Let's just hear that part again. It's amazing. So we have two Amandas of this regular harmony part that we figured out, and there's that.
Happen.
So you can hear this like one on one side, and then one on the other side too. So the two of them together sounds like this.
Happen all along.
And then we had another one right here, so an actual harmony part. So after the happen all along, we have this one.
Happen all along.
Yes.
Wondering who you're with. Wondering who you're with.
Super good. And then if we have the Amanda vocals, and we're kind of jumping already into the weeds a little bit, but this is how that sounds with the rest of the other vocals too.
When I don't need you.
And I'm keeping hers up a lot just so you can hear it in like the context of everything else. Is this what I thought would
Happen all along.
Fear of a thing will bring it to pass. Now I'm wondering
who you're with.
Now I'm
Wondering who you're with.
Yeah, Nate's asking if this is Amanda from New Orleans. No, this is Amanda from San Francisco. Who's in a band called King Willow. I don't think you've met before, Nate. You guys would get along. Yeah, so that's the just that part of Amanda's vocals right there. And then to give it kind of like more context, let's just see what like actually just like the regular vocal sounds like just by itself, which you kind of already know how it sounds, but where are you? So there's that one, and then we have three of them basically, and I put them on the sides. So there's that. And the other one. Are you? So there's the triple of that, and then that little thingy right over here, and then hearing that with the harmonies of that part again, just to hear that all together.
When I want you.
Exactly. So that's that amount of vocal stuff, and then the little chorus part. Here's what it sounds like. Just the Amanda stuff over here.
Everything personal.
And then together.
Everything personal. 'cause I'm
So it's more triple vocals right there. The delicate.
Delicate and self-centered. I tried so hard to not catch feelings.
Yeah, exactly. That's the part.
But our touch, this cutance, I want it to work out. 'Cause I'm aching without
Yeah, and then just like octaves at the end right here.
your smile, your smile, your smile, your smile.
Anyway, so there's some vocal stuff right there. Yeah. So can you hear it all coming through the vocal stuff? And I know I got the little echo thing going on my voice. Apologies for that. I can't seem to figure out how to fix that right now. But what about the sounds from the recordings? Is it coming through okay? Did you have any questions about like how the vocals kind of came together, or what it's like to kind of like stack vocals together, or what does it mean talking about the harmony parts or Amanda's stuff, or anything about like recording tones, or even like how is it processed, like what kind of effects are on it? Actually, I didn't really even like show those off or anything like that. Or actually, what I'll do is I'm going to move on to the next part, and if you want to filter in some of those questions, I can pop back and answer them as I'm moving on. So let's talk about the guitar stuff here real quickly. I need to just mute this other thing. Okay, cool. So let's listen to some guitar stuff and let's hear some of the tones. So here's what the guitars sound like all together. Let's turn it up a little bit. All right, just that much. So let's just hear what one of the guitars sounds like here. Just this little part. So yeah, do I have notes about how I recorded those? No. I'm like going forward trying to figure out how like to like actually write down things as I do them, so I can like actually have a better idea of what happened, so that when I'm like couple of years later or whatever, trying to figure out how I made something, like do be able to do it again. I don't have any answers right there. But so here's the one guitar. I feel like definitely just got my delay and reverb on. So then I got another one on the sides. So we got triple. So it's kind of similar to the voice actually, but I tried to have different settings for the different guitars. So they like sound just a little bit different, kind of painting it. So trying to have it be like, you know, the center one has like a certain little bit more of a like, it's a little more solid in that tone. And then this is very similar. Just kind of different, maybe a little more gritty, I guess. And this one. Honestly, it might be something as subtle as just like changing the pickup selector on the guitar. I think I might have done something like that. So yeah, again, like those are the triple guitars. This is what it sounds like together. Yeah. Okay. And let's go over here. It's a little. I love that little part because it fits in with the voice. So, like for context, that part of that song is this. So it's that who you're with, and try to mimic that in the guitar. It's kind of like a Dirty Projectors sort of thing. So here's that little thing. So this is like little harmony parts. So here's like this one of them. This is the regular da, 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 and here's this one. Da, 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 da. And then a little harmony. Da, da, da. And then those three together sound like this. It's just like a little sprinkle on top, you know, just a little pizzazz. Get that right there. Da, 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 da. And then the way that sounds with all of the guitars. And the way that sounds just with the voices. Exactly. And then it starts to feel like it's coming together into a fuller sound. And then with the bass and the drums and everything for that part. Exactly. That's just that little section. It's just, and I'm wondering who you're with. Just feel like that little part of the line is super. It's a super important part, and I think melodically it has a lot of like potential for richness in like how you can support that with the harmonies and stuff. So just again that little section. This is something that you kind of just notice like with working on like music or art. I guess that's maybe just for me. I won't speak for everybody, but like it's a lot of minutia, you know, for me. I like, you know, I find little moments in something that I'm working on that I find is super beautiful. Just that, just that little thing. It's just, and so, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, support it with like the guitar, and then like, okay, what about like harmonizing it? You know, like, so trying to be like. Oops, oh god. Oh yeah. That's not hard, just thirds down basically. And so trying to represent that with like voice, trying to represent it with guitar, trying to have like the little bass stuff in there. Let's see, does a bass line actually accent that idea, or it might not? Let's see what happened right there. What's the bass right there? I just try to keep it simple with that. So there's the bass and the guitar together. Cool, let's move on. I'm sense to go into the drums now actually. So drums kind of recorded a couple different times and then ditched and re-recorded and all this stuff. So let's see, that's drums all together, I think. Let's hear some of this stuff. This is like a lot of toms and stuff. So let's go into it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I recorded this like 3 or 4 separate times, I think. So I know it says like take 4 or whatever. So I don't even know if that's accurate. That might be like a couple of times like just scratching the whole thing and starting over again. And this is the one that I kept. So we got a bigger sound. That's okay. So I also, here's like just a drum reverb, right? Just the reverb by itself. That I have like a bigger sound here. It's just that. So that's maybe kind of quiet. Let's turn it up. So that's like with a bunch of reverb on, right? And then without that, here's just the drums by itself, what they sounded like in the room. Oops, that's everything. Let's go back to drums. Alright, so there's a lot of close mic'd stuff. A lot of this is just like the tom work. So you can hear like just like this one tom here. That's, you know, obviously it's gonna be pretty quiet for you, but and there's the other tom. These are like microphones. I think they were inside the drums themselves. It's just that one. Boom. Right there. That's it. Just that. Excellent. Here's this one. Boom. Right. And so those toms together kind of has more of a... And then when you add in like the overhead microphones, you can kind of hear... It's almost like, okay, there's the sound of the drums in the room. So you have like the microphones like over the drums, got the microphones inside or on the drums. And then I think it's probably some bleed from the kick drum, even though I'm not using the kick drum right there. So again, here's all of it. Here's the drums with the reverb back on. And then you can hear that's like the way bigger sound, right? And that's kind of the majority of the drums sound for this, like the verses of this song. It's kind of more just like, because it's just, you know, it's kind of almost just an acoustic song. But I kind of want it to be like almost like a, what do you call it? Like a dirge or something, or it's like a funeral march in a way. Because it is like, it's a lonely song. And so the idea of just like being like, where are you when I want you kind of thing. So just like kind of missing somebody.
Where are you?
Just like that. When I want you. Right? That's the first symbol in the song right there. Guitar thing that's kind of cool right there, that's super subtle, that you might enjoy listening to. So because there's a bunch of different guitars in like little phrases like that, I might have like put like a kind of thing on like one guitar, so it's not like overwhelming, but then you can kind of hear it like all together. You can kind of hear it's just like one. Just that one, right? And then like this one plays a little differently. Just a little bit differently. And then and that one had it a little bit later. And then together they kind of like, it makes like this kind of wave cascade thing with that. And then with everything together, it's kind of like someone gave me a comment that it sounded like kind of like a quite choral music almost, and it's not like I had a ton of people. It's just like me and Amanda. But part of what gives it that sound, I think, is like the different layers and how the different layers are just like slightly different than each other. So it kind of makes them just like your brain puts it together and like has it as like one song, but it's just like a little bit off enough to where it kind of is like a whoosh sort of thing. It's not perfectly set on. Definitely did not record this to a click track, and definitely did not like make it like sound perfectly. Even though I tried to like improve it, and I want it to sound as best as it could. Like the little blemishes kind of give it that little like weirdo vibe kind of thing.
I would happen all along. Fear of a thing will bring me to pass. Now I'm wondering who you're with. Now I'm wondering who you're with.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What do you guys think so far? Is there something about the song that you wanted me to dive into deeper that I didn't touch on so far? Um, eh, is there something? I don't know. Is it interesting for you? I guess that's like another thing. Like when you think about the concept of the track breakdowns, obviously it's different than me playing songs live, but my intention with it is to kind of possibly give a little deeper analysis of like how something like this gets made. Uh, Early Pink Floydish. Thanks, James. Yeah. So like, I'm. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. So what do you think about something else about it that maybe you wanted to know more about, or I guess it could be conceptual too. It doesn't have to be like track breakdown style of like the actual like music. It could be more about like the lyric intentions or kind of like feelings that you thought when you like heard the song, or anything like that. But yeah, so I think I talked about this before. Like, and feel free to like chime in the questions while I'm continuing to chat. Uh, so like I was thinking about that song by Babio, thinking about this Animal Collective song, um, thinking about Elliott Smith, Between the Bars, St. Vincent stuff, thinking about Frank Ocean, I know you're gonna leave, take down some summertime. That kind of whole part of Self Control. Thinking about Microphones, Headless Horseman, thinking about some of that stuff. Those are like kind of like I wrote that as like mixing references. You know what I mean? So that's sort of like, and at least in my part of the process, it's already kind of post. This was all way post the song feeling pretty finished. But I can't really say like this is probably could have been in my brain in some sort of inspirational way for like the songwriting itself too. But I'm thinking about all this in terms of like mixing, so like how I'm putting the stuff together or how I'm layering things, and also like what sort of tones I'm putting on different elements. So like if we go into like the voice, for example, to kind of just like go into like that sort of side of things.
Where are you?
So let's look at a little bit of the effects kind of stuff. And so we do I have a way of soloing that? Yeah, I do. I can just do this. So, oh, it's muted. There we go. It was off the whole time. That's why.
Where are you?
So here's the I kind of broke out the vocal. Oh, that's why it's right there. I kind of broke out the vocal chain separately, and I've been working on this where I just like kind of will have like the regular voice, just like that. Let's turn off the effects actually.
Where are you?
And so if we had just one of them, right, that would just be like actually, you don't need to mute. You can just solo. That's what solo buttons are for. So if we did 1, it would just be like this, right?
Where are you?
And then with the effects, it's kind of like this.
Where are you?
And again, just the effects. Whoops, I need the song. Let's turn it up. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. Let's break a little bit of that down. So just listening to the chorus effect, and this is probably come out Animal Collective influence from like Centipede Hurts kind of album era stuff, but like
Where are you?
so you might not be able to tell that that's in there because of how I've blended it, because it's like I was doing this thing where I like, okay, let's turn the effect crazy, but then make the blend of that not super intense. So here's just that again. And then here's that with the voices.
Where are you?
So if I turn it down to where it was when I actually mixed it, it's about here.
Where?
So let's just do that a little bit. And this might be the part that's actually more interesting for everyone, including the non-musicians, which I hope this whole is interesting in that way. But if you have with the effects, and I'm going to slowly turn it down to the level that I mixed it at.
Where are you?
So you can see that it's like, it's there, but it's just really subtle.
Where?
I'll turn it off.
Where?
It's just enough to kind
are you?
Just enough to kind of make it a little bit spacey, a little bit kind of, yeah, that just like experimental poppy kind of thing. So continuing on with that, we have delay on it as well. You can see this sort of like, so you can kind of, let's turn up that delay then. Let's go over here.
Where are you?
There's the little delay stuff. My mom says thumbs up. Yeah.
Where are you?
Well, actually, it only makes sense once together because I turned the dry all the way down. So here it is.
Where are you?
So you can hear it's got that brr, brr kind of thing. It's like a slapback, basically.
Where are you?
So delay and chorus sounds like this.
Where are you?
And then reverb. Let's add that in real bit. So that's like this.
Where are you?
And again, here's without the reverb.
Where are you?
Here's with the reverb.
Are you?
And then all of that I EQ'd at the end so that it's cutting out a lot of the bass sound and just boosting a little bit of this like mid sound and a little bit of the high so that it kind of sounds all together like that. And that's not the way that I wanted it to sound, so that's why I said I'm mixing it back a lot like this, and it's about all the way down there.
Are you?
So, with all 3 of the vocals, sounds like this.
Are you?
So you can see like kind of how I've crafted this from like, you know, what was this like singular little piece like this.
Are you?
That's what the voice actually sounds like when I just sing it, and then everything together with triple vocals. Oh, it's just a voice first, just triple vocals and effects.
Are you?
Add Amanda into the picture with Amanda's effects too. There's a whole separate thing that I didn't go into. Well, actually, she's not on that part of the song. Let's go to her part.
When I want you.
And then everything all together with the guitars, the bass, and the drums, and all of it as one whole thing. The whole little phrase sounds like this. Voila. Anyways, that I think is gonna be that for Uh, I know the harmonies are so awesome. Let's listen to Amanda's harmonies one more time because it's so dope. By the way, go check out King Willow. They're a really dope band and they're very talented. And Amanda especially is extremely talented at vocal harmonies and just voice tone.
When I want you.
Honestly, one of my favorite things is just listening to vocal only bus of songs. Like if you ever just go on YouTube and listen to like just the vocal parts from like Bohemian Rhapsody or like any Queen song, it's just insane. But like here's just vocals.
When I want you.
I honestly probably should like, you know, join a choir when we can like go join choirs again because it's just so cool.
When
Play this part.
I don't need you.
Anyways, I'm feeling like I want to wrap it a little bit, wrap it up, and yeah, thanks for tuning in and checking out the breakdown of this song. If you haven't already, check it out on. Let's pull it back up to big picture here. If you haven't already checked it out on wherever you like to listen to your music, I would love for you to do so. I'm going to pop the link in the chat right now for all the friends and family that have already done so. Thank you so much. And of course, of those, that's mainly most of you, right? So thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. The people that are pre-ordering it on Bandcamp especially, that's very helpful. And just anyone that's like streaming it and putting it on a playlist actually. That's something that helps me out a ton because if you put on a playlist with other music and you're sharing your playlist around with people, then it kind of helps put the song in context and conversation with like other stuff, other music that I think it's that we're all thinking it's relevant to. So yeah, there's the link right there. Thanks for sticking with the technical difficulties today too, and thanks for listening to my echo voice. That's really good feedback. I appreciate you telling me how things are going on the technical side too and the sound side. Very important that that works. So I'll be kind of researching on how to make that better going forward. So I have the new stream ready to go for you here. I'm copying the link and I'm posting it in the chat right now. So if you want to save the next one already, that'd be awesome. And if you like sharing it around to somebody else, that'd be awesome too. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Funny. Okay, so it went out for a little while, I think, but now we're back in, and I'm able to say goodbye for saving it. Anyways, yeah. So there's the next stream. You can share it around. I appreciate it, and just wanted to say thanks again so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. And I'll see you on Monday at 5 o'clock. So thanks so much, everybody. See you later.